We live?
We are.
We're live. It is Wednesday, September 25th. I'm back.
out of your punishment for fantasy football.
Oh, it was punishment. It was punishment. Let me tell you, being there for an hour was not where I wanted to be. So, but welcome. Thanks for watching. What we got?
He's Mario. That's John. I'm Carl. For anyone just joining for the first time,
Yeah.
because we get a lot of new people checking in on us. And
Yes, we do.
We want to identify ourselves, and so we got Mario, John, and myself, Carl, and we are This Fan's View.
Yes.
We are here every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 7:30. We got a couple of things to go over. We've got a new neighbor in the Dental Healthcare Associates here in Havertown. We'd like to welcome them to the neighborhood. They stopped in yesterday to introduce and say hi. So hopefully they said they were going to check in tonight. So hopefully they do. So we welcome them to Havertown, and hopefully we can maybe do a little sponsorship with you down the road.
Yeah.
I got to give them a call.
So
He needs.
I'm gonna throw some business my way.
We've got a Saturday night special in Briarcliff.
Yes.
Anybody knows where Briarcliff is? The heart of Delco. We got the Liberty Brawl. So anybody that's into wrestling, this Saturday night at the Briarcliff Fire Company, we'll be giving away 2 free tickets tonight to that event. We've been there. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a good time. We've got we know a few of the guys, and we know the leader. And we'll leave it at that. He was just here to pay us a visit.
I missed him.
So we're going to give away 2 free tickets tonight. We're also going to be giving away a free signed Bill Barber Flyers jersey tonight. So get on board if you're not.
How are you going to get it signed?
Well, we're going to get it signed here Saturday. Mr. Barber will be here in the store on Saturday that was a great segue.
I was trying to. I'm learning.
So you are helpful.
Sometimes.
I'm learning. They got 2 good guests, here to help me out.
So Billy Barber will be here Saturday from 1 to 3, but we're going to give this away tonight. So this is what we usually do is we usually pull a name tomorrow, and then we post it. So look for your name. We announce the winner on our page, This Fan's View. Like it, share it. Get grandmom involved. Get everybody involved.
Yeah.
The more the merrier.
That's right.
We've got Zach Ertz down there on the end. He is our fantasy football prize this week, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But right now, we want to dissect the Phillies' season. What we did a pretty good job all year following them.
Yeah, we did.
We've been to a lot of games between the 3 of us.
Yep.
We've taken in games together.
From spring training all the way until
we've supported them since early March.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We've supported them through and through, and
we're diehards.
That's why we're here.
Yep.
Being the operative word.
This year.
Well, they were eliminated yesterday. Game 1 of the doubleheader.
One game longer than
I think Gabe's like a little baby.
Yes.
He has his days and nights mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With
the lineup.
The lineup
Yeah.
that should have, could have been game 1 and vice versa,
But
game 2.
Isn't that typical for the way this whole season has been?
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
I don't think there was 10 games in the season that we didn't question lineup. At least from my perspective. Because I can remember having conversations with you, both you guys, going, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, some of them worked out as far as like having Brad Miller,
So we have to have him do before the show is turn his volume down.
Yeah.
I had
It is off. I know, but
I
when
have it off, but
when you
as soon
pop
as
on, it
No,
pop
you
on,
you still actually have to turn the volume down, even though you have it off.
So maybe you could give pointers in high tech
I said that
usage
was.
of, you know.
I said that was another thing we had to have you do before the show.
but it's
So
unknown.
that's good. I like that.
It's I mean, some of the analytics you can see where the analytics help a little bit within games, even though they may lose the game.
And they do help.
Having like Brad Miller in there for the past couple of games.
Right.
He's hit, when we were out there in Cleveland, he hit the home run, and we were,
Right.
it's like
They do.
Really?
They
But-
do help,
right,
and that's how they should be viewed, as a help,
it's a tool.
not.
It's more for the coaches to use than the players.
Right. To make
And that's
educated decisions on what they want to do.
right.
At least that's my thought on it.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
So
It's we got somebody checking in from the Lambeau Field.
Yeah, that's
John?
my that's my my friend that I hung out with at the Eagles game. They left Philly yesterday. They're in Lambeau.
Oh, nice.
The son's from Surrey, British Columbia. He now resides in Arizona. But that's John.
Nice.
We got a bunch of people on board.
yeah, my buddy Paul's going out there.
Yeah.
There's
Um,
my
so-
friend AJ Williams is
Yeah.
out there already.
Nice.
They took the Miller tour today. I think they're taking the stadium tour, but we'll get into that. Let's stick
Yeah.
here with the Phillies for a little bit and try to dissect the season. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning and kind of bring things full circle if we haven't already. Why? Why did the season go like this?
Well, we seem to in the offseason take an approach of getting the offense figured out this year, and hopefully they can pitch it next year. I'm guessing.
Hopefully,
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
they'll go
You know.
pitching next year.
But we've been saying, pitching you're not going to just fix overnight,
Right.
1 year. You
Right.
should have gotten a couple people last year, or this off season, and then the off season coming up, you'd be able to, hopefully complete the pitching staff. I mean, it's going to be hard right now to go get.
Well,
Three
who
starters.
do you go after?
Well, I mean,
I think that's the main question. Who do you go after, pitching wise?
the big name is Garrett Cole.
Okay,
But
what do you got to give up for?
nothing. It's free
Just
agent. But
money?
you're just going to be spending.
Right.
But you're going to be battling against the Yankees. You're going to
Right.
get the Red Sox and all the big names. Possibly Strasburg you might be able to.
Do you really want him though? He's kind of on the downswing, isn't he?
I don't know. His talent's good.
Yeah.
His talent's good. I mean, but it's a matter of just staying healthy and being on the field. Is his problem. He did it this year, being
Right.
able to stay on the field. So hopefully that's a.
He seems to be a little, for lack of a better term, accident prone.
Maybe, I mean, but the Nationals seem to have coddled him a little bit. So hopefully, and I think that's why he's opting out. He doesn't like the coddling.
Gotcha.
So
So it seems by some of the comments on the page, that the injuries is probably the biggest excuse
Yes.
for failure.
We did have a lot of injuries.
We do agree they failed.
they failed, yes,
I mean,
not because of the injuries.
well, they failed because they weren't able to fill in where the injuries occurred.
Right.
With losing your starters, losing your bullpen, losing a main piece in left field and then center field.
Right.
They never really rebounded from any of that.
Right.
You tried to fill in with guys that were playing in Double-A ball
No,
and
true.
were rushed to the majors,
Mhm.
and
At a critical time.
they were never able to get that under control. That
Right.
seems to have been a major issue all year.
Correct. And they never went and you could have at least maybe have dealt with that if that was the case early in the year. But then at the All-Star break, they should have gone and gotten somebody once they seen that those guys weren't able
Well,
to.
there were guys available,
Right.
And our
GM.
management team, decided that they didn't want to give up prospects.
Correct.
That they weren't all in at this time.
Right.
But then you go back to spring training when the owner said we are all in.
Correct.
We're all in. We're in it to win it. Money's not going to hold us back. And
Yeah. Well, like Harper said at the trade deadline, do we want prospects or do we want trophies?
Right.
And not participation trophies. So, it's a tough call. I mean, as we were talking the other day, going forward, what do we have coming up from the minors to help next year? Let alone having to go out and get people.
before you go down that road, let's back up just a little bit. So with the injuries and the players coming back that are due back, Andrew McCutcheon's probably the biggest, right?
Coming back,
Yeah.
Right?
yeah. 'Cause
Hopefully,
Robertson's gonna be
hopefully
out.
100%.
You think he's going to be 100%?
He should be by June.
Okay.
He'll be to 100%.
So you're gonna miss almost half the season then with him.
As far as being full strength, I mean, I'm sure.
So you got a hole to fill in left field,
Right.
Like we had most of the year this year.
pretty much.
So hopefully,
do
Dickerson.
they re-sign? Do they re-sign Dickerson?
Yeah, I believe they do.
That would be that's a good asset.
Right.
Probably a good move.
You picked them up. Pittsburgh released them. You picked them up for nothing, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I think there was cash considerations or something.
Yeah. I mean, you're just going to pay them.
It's only money, right?
Exactly.
We said this a year ago when they were chasing Harper and Machado.
Yeah, it might be
It's only money.
It might be a $10 million.
Is he worth that? Is he worth $10 million?
His bat was. And
So that fills the void for when
McCutcheon's out.
McCutcheon's out.
Right.
You start the season with him,
And McCutcheon could ease his way in. Because McCutcheon's
and you don't rush him back.
Right.
So
You
you
don't have
Take
to-
your time, get
We'll keep him
healthy,
for a while.
transition.
Yeah.
So then center field, you're okay with Adam Hazley as the center fielder?
You go Hazley or you go.
I am, because this year's has got to be all about pitching as far as going out and prospects. I mean, the only player you may reach on, or not reach on, but go after is Rendon for third base. And yes, he's a very good player. But that's going to be costing you a pitcher for the money that you're going to have to spend on Rendon.
Well, before we get to all the money
Yeah.
for the pitching, so we're okay with Dickerson, Hazley, and Harper
Yeah,
as our starting outfield.
with Bruce on the bench.
Bruce coming off the bench,
And McCutcheon.
eventually McCutcheon coming off the bench.
I think McCutcheon from the start will be able to be on the bench.
You're going to waste a spot for a guy that.
Well, he'll be the fifth. They'll be the five outfielders.
So you're expecting him to play a little bit early on.
Oh yeah, no, I expect him. I don't think that, and it wouldn't be fair to him to say opening day you're going to be playing 140 games.
So you're thinking he's not going to be full strength, but use him every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every third game, every other game,
Well, just
whatever they want to do.
yeah, you can mix and match.
Right.
You got you got Dickerson. I mean, you're going to have a lot of use them against left-handed pitchers.
Okay.
So I mean, Dickerson will be playing most of the time when you do that.
Okay. Now is Kingery here next year?
He's
So
here,
what do
for, he's here for the next 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we do with him?
I think they're going to still keep him as the super utility.
Okay.
I mean, it's all
depending upon
Hernandez at second base.
that and what you do at third base,
Correct.
because
would be
he's
the other
probably
option.
going to be your third baseman if you don't sign Rendon.
Okay. Which is what I kind of thought.
Yeah.
Because with Rendon, I mean, I think it's a long shot.
I don't think it's as much of a long shot because of Harper.
Yeah.
We got a lot of JT,
Yeah.
information, and for folks that don't know, he's going to have a procedure on his knee
Yeah.
Friday, I believe they said. So he's done for the season. I guess nothing too serious. They said they're going to clean out his knee, and yeah, I mean he caught a lot of games, but that was he wanted to catch a lot of games.
It wasn't. Yeah,
I mean that was his thing all along. He wanted to catch every game. I think he said.
If he could have, if he could have, he would have.
Yeah, but what's that do to your knees? That's gotta hurt.
No, it does, but
you got to rest him though.
Right.
He can't.
He plays. He's on the ground.
Right.
He's spread out. You know what I mean? He plays the position so well.
Do we know what type of procedure he's having?
Just clean out his meniscus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything
Nothing serious,
that's
but
gonna, make him rehab for a year. But, does this prolong the re-signing? Does this, where does this put that situation?
as long as it's just a meniscus, I don't think so, because that's probably half of the guys in the league have a little bit of.
I don't think
Clean it
recovery
out.
time for that's too bad.
No, but I mean, a lot of them have to clean out for the meniscus
Right.
just from wear and tear. So I don't think that's as big of an issue. So yeah, no.
So,
he's
gentleman
definitely-
Joe Stinger is saying our weakness is at third base.
I don't think he's wrong.
weakness.
All right, well, you have options.
Right.
A, you keep Franco. B, you use Kingery. C,
Right.
you sign Rendon.
Right.
I mean, probably the worst of the three is Franco, which they've pretty much washed their hands of Mikey. You know what I mean? I think he's one of the first guys gone.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
So your backup plan is Kingery at third base if you don't sign a big
Rendon.
free agent.
Right.
So,
Which he'd be fine at, at third.
and you know what? I'm okay with it too if you tell Scott, hey, you're going to be our third baseman this year.
Right.
And he doesn't have to practice 7 other spots.
Well, that way he can work the whole offseason to get his arm strength.
right?
Better.
Makes sense.
So you're seeing it since, back when he first was playing it back in June when I was saying that his arm's not strong enough. He's getting better. He's
So
making more throws.
You saw the comment from Bill Kennedy.
Yeah, I did. But hang on a sec, because we're all three of us are monitoring who's on the page. Has anyone picked up who's not on the page?
You?
Yeah, but
She's
is
mad
she
at me.
boycotting because of you?
She might be.
So, see, she was one who monitored the page, and we were ready to make her an admin on the page,
Right.
and now she's not even watching.
She got beat by 50 points and she's not happy.
All right, moving right along. Moving right along. You're creating a lot of problems. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Creating a lot of problems.
Got room on-
I'm not worried about it home. I'm not worried about that. I can fight my own battles.
This is more important.
You see all the lovely folks that are on.
Oh, I know. There's a lot
You're
of them.
not seeing her name.
Yeah.
So Belinda brings up a good point.
Oh, no, wait. Time out.
Right.
Time out.
Oh,
You
She's
guys
jumping on-
you guys crucified me in July.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
no, you were there.
and now I'm going
You
back
were-
and saying
you-
you're right.
You were there.
Right.
You killed me.
But I was wrong. You were right.
I'm not asking for that. I thought he was
I'm not saying you are.
he was a commodity that you could trade and get something back. You ain't
And-
getting squat for him now.
No,
Right.
now
What are you
now's not the
getting
time
for?
to trade.
What are you getting for him now?
Right.
He's not worth a bag of Cracker Jacks for crying out loud.
Yeah, well,
What GM's going to trade for him and give you something of quality?
that's the problem. They
They
Cool.
waited too long.
they waited too long, and I think they waited too long as far as getting rid of Malley. And Hoskins is too loyal to a fault, and he's sticking with their philosophy.
Uh-oh. You know CPR?
You know,
No.
it's hard to say. If you went too far.
So
So I think there's too much talent in his body to just give up on him. And like you said, especially now, you can't give up on him because you're not going to be able to getting any kind of value that you should get out of them. So hopefully goes in the off season, clears his head, and comes out with a new approach, be more aggressive like he was when he first came up.
Robert Stead brings up a good point. Excuse me. You got to figure out who the management team is.
Well, that's
going to be first and
Well,
foremost.
okay. So touching on that, what do you think is going to happen? Or should I say, we'll go down the line. John, I'll start with you. What do you think should happen?
Me, I think it's a clean house. From McPhail down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what have they done? Middleton was the one that got Harper here,
Right.
because he opened this.
And Middleton's also want to put Charlie in place.
And he went over the heads, and he's there.
She's checking in on me, making sure I'm still alive. She just wants to go to dinner tonight.
she just wants the beers at the end.
He's not letting up.
Oh God!
I got the salt thrown on the wounds all the time. No problem.
So
no, you got to, because
he was key in getting Harper here. He went over their heads to put Charlie in place.
Correct.
Isn't that kind of setting a precedent to what he's going to do in the offseason?
that's the way I would look at it. I mean, I think he was trying to leave everybody else in place, hoping that they made the playoffs.
Right.
Just to salvage the season a little bit.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that didn't work.
Do you think they let Kapler finish out the season?
Yeah, because at this point,
It doesn't matter,
it's six.
right.
It's, like we were saying before, they're going to hang it on until the very last week of the season.
You only got 5 games left, so
right.
Point.
What are you going to do? Put Dusty Watson in there and say, "Here, you got 5 games to prove what you got."
At least it'll give him some experience.
Well,
Not to prove anything, just
Yeah.
get him used to it.
but if you listen to Gabe, he's the best option for making this team a winner.
Yeah, but he's been thinking that for the last 2 years.
Well,
But I think he's the only one
let's look at that a minute. Let's just think about no injuries,
Right.
the perfect season, and they get into the playoffs.
Okay.
They're where Washington is, let's say.
Okay. Different story.
I mean, he has still made a sizable amount of mistakes.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
Not knowing how to manage the staff,
Right.
the bullpen.
Right.
He fell in love with double switches that just absolutely just drive me crazy.
How costly were those mistakes in
But
winning and losing the game?
But I'm
a lot.
Right.
I'm fast forwarding. No injuries.
Right.
The season goes the complete opposite.
Right.
You had a great year, very little injuries. You didn't have the revolving door out of the bullpen with all these different guys.
So they win 92 games, 95 games.
Right.
And you're right there. Are we having this conversation?
No.
Are we having this conversation about McPhail, Clintack, and Kapler?
No, we're not.
So does he get a free pass for the season because he didn't have a full complement, a full 25-man roster that he could go to battle with every day?
Like you said, Yankees.
I've been saying it.
Right.
I've been saying
Same thing.
They had,
So they have a manager that can work through that. We don't.
but they also had a system, and then steal a page out of John's book, they were 40 deep.
Right.
They were 40-man deep. The Phillies are far from a 40-man deep team.
Right.
I think our page had like 15.
So what does that say about the scouts that we have?
Well,
that's where
I
it
don't
falls
know
back
if
on.
it's so much scouts. How about development?
Right.
How about developing these kids? How about developing? And we're jumping all over the place because that's the kind of season it's been.
Right.
Yeah,
We all agree on that.
Yeah.
There's been a surplus of injuries,
Oh, absolutely.
but they're part of the game.
Right.
This season for me was a Murphy's Law season. anything that could have happened happened.
True.
I just, again, Hoskins had a pretty good first half.
Yeah.
He was on pace to have a pretty good year.
Right.
And then things just boom fell apart.
He could have had 40 home runs.
You know what I mean? You're a popular guy.
Okay.
You're a very popular guy. You got 911s all over that phone. But I just I see a lot of stuff that needs corrected.
Right.
Yeah. No,
There's just not. It's just not a matter of firing Gabe.
No, absolutely not.
There's a lot of problems here.
Right.
We can't come up. Him and I have dissected this roster. We can't come up with 15 players we want back next year.
I don't find that.
And I mean, you're going to turn this roster over. Okay, you hire a new manager, whether it's Joe Madden or Joe Girardi or you know
whoever.
Joe Valentine. Who's Joe Valentine? I have no idea.
But he'll be the next
I have no
manager.
idea.
guy that was at the door.
I have no idea.
He'll be the
we didn't
next
know who
manager.
Dave Kaplan was when they hired him.
Exactly.
You know,
Very true.
we didn't know where this guy came from. We may not know where the next guy comes
Right.
from. So, how much of this do you pin on the manager? How much of this do you pin on the GM?
Well, I think most of the times in this situation, he's going to be the fall guy.
You can't fire 25 players,
Right.
Right.
right? Isn't that the old cliche?
It's more the analytic department than Kapler, and like you said, Kapler is going to be the guy that's going to. You're not going to fire the 100 guys in the analytic department that we have.
We went from none to a massive department of analytics.
I mean,
And as Ricky Patalico says, it's too much.
Right.
It's too much.
Right. You have everybody climbing over each other, crunching numbers.
Something's
Something's going to get messed up.
right.
You,
You
don't
don't-
need that many.
And you don't have the horses to
Right.
support and back what you're trying to do.
Right.
Yeah, just because it works for this X team, it's not going to work for us.
That you can't script baseball. You can't run one team like you run another team because the personalities are different. The levels of athletes, you know what I mean.
Athletics.
So I don't get what they're trying to do,
Well, they're trying to be the Dodgers. They're trying to be the Astros.
but they're not going to be.
with
I think they should realize that by now.
with the half a team. The problem being half a team because they only got 15 guys out of the Dodgers and the Astros were
Right.
using 35, 40 guys on the roster.
Yeah.
And as Oral Hershiser said, we even use 48, 49 guys.
Yeah.
You know, they played their games with their 60-day disabled list and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So they're able to get more guys. I mean, you got to have the farm system, and this is where I was saying like a Pavetta and an F1 maybe around for the farm system type of thing to be your 7th, 8th, starter.
Okay.
But you need the top line guys right now, and that's where we're missing.
Joe Stinger asks the question about Reese Hoskins. Too much pressure? Too much pressure? Too much pressure behind
Or
Harper?
too much pressure, or not a lot of consistency.
I think it's more the too much analytics, and it's in his head right now. Because now he's not even seeing the ball. Like he was struggling, then he would, he's not even using the right side of the field at all, and that's what got him to this level. They want him to hit the inside, pitch and drive it to left field.
So
Yeah.
we're all pretty much in agreement, from the beginning of the season with the injuries, and you mix in 10 pages of analytics and guys underachieving. Can we use that word?
Yeah.
I mean, is that something we need to throw out there?
I think it's on point.
It's there. I mean, but we said the same thing about Santana last year underperforming, and then
Look what
now he's an
doing
all-star,
here.
this year. So
Well, let's talk about the other side of the country, San Diego, the
Right.
Padres,
they got rid of their guy.
right? They signed the other dynamic player
Right.
to a $300 million deal, right?
Right.
Or close to it, whatever it was.
I think it was, yeah.
Yep.
They fired their manager.
Yeah.
They're not making the playoffs either.
No.
He's
hurt too, isn't he?
Machado?
Machado. I don't
Oh
think
no,
so.
no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
It was Tatis, their shortstop.
Yeah.
It's.
But I just,
And the Angels aren't making it either.
Well,
but no, and there wasn't. I don't know that the hype was there as much for the Angels.
I mean, they
You know
have
what I
Trout.
I mean, they got the best player in the game,
Right.
or they did. He also went under the knife, right? He
Yep.
recently had his foot operated on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so let's take a little poll. Let's take a little poll between the three of us and all the people that are following us tonight. Let's take a poll. Is Gabe back? Real simple. Is Gabe back next year for the third year of his contract?
I say no.
No.
I'm this. Is there a this? Or you need a yes or a no?
If there's a this, I could see your side as far as him coming back. I won't agree. I don't.
My heart doesn't want him back.
Right.
My fan inside me doesn't want him back.
And that's what I'm going on.
And I'm just looking at, how John Middleton's going to handle this. Is he going to be impatient, or is he going to be patient for another year?
I think he's going to. No, I think he's going to. If he went above their heads to do two deals, right? Harper and then with Charlie. So if he's doing that, he's going to take control of the team. That's my thought. In my little screwed up head.
Are we giving him too much credit for getting the Harper deal done? Because, they planted, Clintac,
right.
They planted all that. They got it to where it needed to be. And then I think,
Yeah, I don't think if
the deal doesn't get done without Middleton.
No, if he doesn't go out there.
Without him and his wife going to dinner with Harper
and selling the city and
Yep.
all that.
and the family atmosphere, it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to know, and I'm going to say no as well.
All right. How about
we're getting
the other two?
We got a ton of no's.
Sue said
yes.
She's just going against us right now.
It's all your fault. I'm telling you. You thought you were in good graces. Something went wrong.
Oh, I know.
Something went wrong
No
somewhere.
more AO2?
49.1 points. That's what went wrong. It's 49.1.
The AO2 thing kind of
We're on a break for 4 months for the football season. Or at least until this fantasy football thing's ended.
So the honeymoon's over?
yeah. It was short-lived.
Yeah, I mean, she's not even voting right now.
Damn. You got a lot of no's. You got a couple of yeses, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I'm a little shocked. I thought Belinda knew a little something, but she's voting yes. I don't know.
Well, she might know something we don't.
Yeah, what do you know, Belinda?
Well, let's put it this way: if they bring them back, how are the fans going to react to that?
See that's my thing.
How are they going to sell the tickets?
Fans.
Right.
They're going to lose fans if they bring him back.
I mean, you look at it now. In a year when they brought Harper here, September games they're half empty.
Yeah.
I mean, we had more fans than the Nationals did yesterday, but who
it's
were
going to be ugly this weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Sunday will probably be a little crowded because it's Fan Appreciation Day.
Well,
but
yeah.
I think Friday and Saturday are going to be dead.
They're giving away Gabe Kapler T-shirts. I just made that up.
They don't have any more use for them, so they got to get rid of them somehow.
Joe Mo. I
There
think Joe's new to the page.
Yeah.
I think that's a name we haven't seen. Nice guy, bad coach. Need to move on.
Mm-hmm.
I think
He always comes up as somebody you might know. The little things that come up.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Goes around.
How would you like to be a Rockies fan?
No
thanks. I'll take their third baseman.
Right. Exactly.
I would have taken Paul Goldschmidt from the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
People thought I was crazy when I threw out this Hoskins thing at the trade deadline.
You're the visionary for us three.
No, I wanted to trade for a starting pitcher that I thought was more valuable. you can find first basemen that hit 30 home runs.
Right.
Because
You
we
can
had
find
Bohm.
them.
We had Bohm that we could have put there.
So okay, so now let's.
I would
We're
have rather
over.
traded
We're
the
over
rest.
time, by the way, but it's 5 after. So let's.
Since
Try and wrap this up.
since the fantasy football is a little sensitive, we'll cut the time for the fantasy football.
We're going to cut into that segment.
Well,
We'll wrap this up a
we'll just
little
cut
bit.
that off.
So
I know somebody will be happy with that.
Exactly.
here's my thing. We have a lot that we need.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
can't
we're not 2 moves away.
you can't do it half-assed and go after everything at once. So you got to tackle it each
Do you
piece.
think that was their plan all along, to wait for the pitching the following year?
No,
Maybe
I'm asking.
Maybe Clintek has a plan for the second year.
That's what I'm asking. What,
Well,
what do you go after next? And how many years do you give him to rebuild the team? I mean, if you go after one piece a year, you'll finally rebuild the team. Harper's last year here. You can't do that.
Well, that's the thing. You don't have the farm system. They're going to have to go more all in because they don't have the farm system
Right.
that's current ready within the next 2 years
Okay.
to
So we
replace all the injuries. You might have it 3 to 4 years from now
right.
with some of the prospects that are in lower Lakewood and Clearwater levels, but
Okay. So you need to get at least 2 or 3 more good pitchers.
we need 3 starters.
Right.
And we need 4 bullpen guys.
Okay. So you got
Seven pitchers for this year.
how long is that going to take you to do? Because there's not a lot out there to pick from. That's the problem. So do you bypass that and work on things that are like low-hanging fruit and then go after that? Or
Low-hanging fruit.
you never heard that saying before?
Where'd that come from?
You've never heard that before. Wow. I'll teach you something.
It's. I mean, you're going to have those guys. I mean, you might have like Mike Warren, or somebody that's going to hang around still that we just picked up off the scrap heap.
Right.
But they might be, and then just to fill in, for
right. And I'm not asking
Another
you to tell me
season of
who.
uncertainty.
Right.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
So what do you do when you have?
you seen our sheet was half filled when we were trying to figure out.
So then all of our no's become yeses because Gabe will be the perfect manager to manage another year of uncertainty.
No.
Well, no,
Stop and think about
in
it.
that scenario, he would be. But the problem,
He knows what's in front of him.
well,
It can only get better.
but
Really?
the only
Can't
problem,
get any worse.
Sure it can.
No, it can't.
Sure it
How can
can.
it get worse?
there's too much talent on the team. They're going to.
How's it going to get worse?
If they stop playing for him,
You lost your starting pitchers. You lost your bullpen. You lost your left fielder. You lost your center fielder.
But if
How
you-
can it get any worse?
but if you lose the players and they stop playing for him, then it's done. And
Well-
you don't want that at the beginning of the year.
Well, but the thing is that you could put the 3 of us out there as the manager. They'll still finish 500, right around there, because there's too much talent on the team that that they'll be able to win games. They're not.
So what does, as far as his management style, what's that tell you if he has all this talent? And
Well, they
they
just-
can't do any better than they're doing.
Well, they just keep using the analytics the wrong way. He burns his pitchers out in March and April
Right.
instead of holding them off until.
All right, so we got 2 minutes to finish
Yeah.
up.
All right. We got a minute.
Who's the new manager? Who's your guy?
All
Who you going with?
right. So we got what, 4?
I just give me one name.
All right.
Just throw
I'm
one-
probably gonna go Madden. That would be my choice, or Socia.
Definitely not Girardi, because Girardi's going to go to the Cubs.
Right.
Yeah, I would say Madden. Socia wouldn't be a bad second option.
Is he too old?
No.
Oh.
Socia?
He's ready. He's ready to come back, and he's
Why do you leave? Why do you leave the Angels?
well, because he used the analytics, but he wasn't all in, and he seemed
So that he's not a fit here.
well. I think he's changed, or at least that's what he's portraying.
He
That
can
he's
adapt.
changed a little bit.
Well, he's a Springfield.
And I think that's what we've learned with the team now. We need a guy who knows the analytics but also has the baseball knowledge, and that's where Capware is lacking right at the moment. So,
There's your choice.
I'm Joe Girardi. I'm all in with Joe Girardi.
I mean, that would be the.
I just think he's the guy through and through.
I don't have a problem with either of those three.
And I don't know that Joe Girardi gets along with Epstein in Chicago. I just think that's a.
I hope so.
That's a marriage that would instantly butt heads.
I hope you're right because he's the best option.
You know, I'd love to see Joe Girardi here, but we got to move on.
But
we got to move on. We've overshot our Phillies talk. The season in review has been pretty horrible.
Yes,
pretty ugly.
So are we don't talk about Phillies?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because a week from now we're gonna know some things that we don't know tonight.
Very
right.
true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna know some things.
Hopefully,
We will.
No, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I think with the end of the season, we're gonna find out some things.
Okay.
Good, bad, or indifferent. The low-lying fruit. What the hell does that mean?
Low hanging fruit.
Low
It's
hanging
just easier
fruit.
to pick. You don't have to jump for it.
That's what my deer do out of my
I
house.
can't believe you've never heard that saying before. Wow.
I think you may have heard it, just not used in that context.
Yeah, I just didn't. Yeah.
He needs to get out.
Dusty Baker. Wow. There's a name, Dusty Baker.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now,
I don't think so. I
No.
don't think Dusty's. I think the game's passed him by.
absolutely.
Toothpick sales will go up though.
Yeah, they would. Well, the guy in Lehigh Valley
Yeah.
loves his. What's his name? Oh gosh,
Yeah,
he
that's
came
Skip
from
him.
the Cubs, right?
Yeah.
He came from the Cubbies, the manager up there.
Greg, or is it not Greg?
So anyway, we're going to move on. Eagles, Packers tomorrow night, less than 25
Go
hours away.
My buddy Paul
Right.
is watching at the airport, waiting for his plane to take off.
Nice.
Okay.
So I asked him to do something for me. When
Bring
he
you back
goes,
some cheese.
well, besides that, I told him to bring him a win.
A win. Yeah, that better be the first.
But then I asked him to take a lot of pictures and some video of his trip out there, so I can put it together in one big video. So
Nice.
I'm gonna do that, and I'll run it by you guys before I post it.
So what if he doesn't? Do we go after Paul at that point? Do we attack Paul?
He's a big boy, so you might not want to do that.
Oh,
So
okay. Is he a photographer?
he actually used to work for the Eagles, like doing reports here and there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he asked if he could do anything while he was out there. So I said, do that.
All right, Paul,
So-
you're on the hot seat.
Yeah.
He don't mind. He can handle it.
Spreads -4. The Birds are getting 4 in Green Bay. Notice we skipped right over the loss on
Yeah, I know.
Sunday.
Yes.
So who's out? Who's in? As far as injuries go,
Jackson's out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jackson's the only
Okay.
one that's.
that's still out.
And your buddy Ronald Darby.
Yes, Darby.
Well, you and him got the same dreadlocks.
Oh yeah, dreadlocks. You can see the shine off the top of my head.
I
It
knew
looks
you
more
were a
like
big
a
Darby.
helmet.
You were a big Darby guy.
When?
He gets so defensive, does he?
I just don't know where that's coming from.
It's the low hanging fruit.
Oh, it's low hanging fruit. Okay.
Yeah, we're still we're
Yeah,
gonna,
I
we're gonna
got
play with that for another 15, 20
I got your
minutes.
low hanging fruit.
It's a family show.
What?
Yeah.
So, win or lose?
I think this is the game that they're going to win. They shouldn't win, but they're going to win.
Underdog.
They're back. Well, that plus their backs are against the wall. That
Yeah.
if it's going to be an ugly situation if they're 1-3 right now in the
Yep.
in the conference, have another loss in the conference. It's
Jack Broder's the best.
God.
He's the absolute best. Jack, was that a Chris Stewart reference a few minutes ago? Was that a Flyers reference? I'm not sure we have time for Flyers talk tonight, buddy. Sorry about that.
But yeah, I mean it's one of those games that they should you look at it and they're like, no, the Packers are rolling.
Yeah, I think
they got a good defense.
Yep.
I mean, but the Eagles stopped the run, which they want to do
Right.
more now with the new offense.
Did you watch? You did watch the game Sunday, right?
Yeah. Well, they stopped the run.
You did watch the game, right?
I think they're going to surprise
They just
everybody.
threw the ball all over us.
They did everything all over us.
I think they're going to surprise everybody Sunday or Thursday. Sorry, got it. Get my days mixed up. That's my guess. I think they're going to win.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close.
You know what? Going out to Green Bay, short week.
Yeah.
No practice.
Right.
You're you're getting Alshon Jeffrey's back, but how effective? How much is he going to play into this?
Well, hopefully the weather's not too bad that he's able to not affect his calf.
Goddard. You had Goddard last week. They're just not using their two tight ends the way I've seen them utilized in the past.
Right.
They're just they're trying to do things with Zach Ertz that I've never seen before.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what worked before with Zach Ertz was very effective. He was Carson's go-to guy. He could trust him over the middle. He could trust him, with the football.
Right.
You can't trust these guys.
No.
They're not making the catches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are giving up more points.
Joe
Mr.
cracks
Kennedy.
me up. He's not going to watch. He's just going to sit and pray.
Pray for a win, and that's all we need.
Yeah, it's a tough game tomorrow night.
Oh no, yeah,
That's
It's
tough
not going to be
game.
easy.
That's a tough game.
nothing's
I
gonna be easy.
don't think it's going to be easy by any means. And I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to the last few seconds of the game.
I hope not, because if it does, I'm not feeling good about that.
No, you're gonna
Yeah,
sit
you're
there
gonna sit
on the
there.
edge of your seat and either drink a lot, eat a lot, or have a heart attack.
Or a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Yeah, I just, they're in a bad spot. 1-2.
Right.
Right. Yeah. It's
We say this every year with a little luck, they
Right.
could be 3-0.
Right.
But guess what?
a couple drop balls here or there, and then they are.
Yep.
They just, this thing with Jackson has me so torn.
Right.
Where did this injury come from? It went from what? A groin
to a stomach issue.
to a stomach issue to an abdominal strain,
Right.
which in turn is what? A sports hernia.
Sports hernia.
You know what I mean? Which technically should be an operation right now.
Yeah.
Get it repaired.
Yep. And then what's the recovery for that?
Everybody's different, but he probably missed the rest of the season. So you're going to play with this all season?
Right.
Right. Yeah. To hope that he can later on be able to be healthy.
I just don't understand how we had so many people get hurt in one game.
Oh, I mean, it could fall back to the
Not playing.
nobody playing in the
preseason.
preseason.
Right.
There's a lot of injuries. I mean, we're gonna have to be on the fantasy team. Making a lot of changes.
We need to get aggressive on defense.
Yeah.
We need to somehow package our front four. I think we're missing. We're missing a player like a Chris Long who used to be able to come in.
Or Jalen Ramsey that can cover. That can cover, and then we can have a little bit extra time.
Sue cracks me up.
Who's soft to show up?
Probably Jackson.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
she's on a roll.
'Cause I don't show
So you're
off.
talking about D Jackson?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because that's who we were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
who
my
we were
guess.
talking about. But I just, if you win tomorrow night, it's got to be the defense has to be all in.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
All in.
Mhm.
They got to be all. They got to make plays.
Yep.
They got to be all over the football. They got to be all over Aaron Rodgers.
Making some
They
turnovers.
cannot give up these yards that they're giving up.
So that's your key to the game.
Definitely, defense wins championships.
Yes. Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
You can't
mean?
win if you don't score.
I don't care how great Carson Wentz is. If you're not putting W's on the board, it doesn't mean a damn thing.
Right.
So,
Michael Taylor thinks Wentz has got to go.
There's a lot of people that think that, and I don't get it. You can't do any better than hitting people in their hands.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, so far this year it hasn't been his fault.
The whole Aguilar situation reminds me of his rookie year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, this is his rookie year all over
Yep.
again, right?
Yep.
exactly.
Isn't that what this is?
And he's going to get all cocky about it, and I don't think it's going to get any better. So he needs
No,
to take a step
I don't
back.
know that he's getting cocky. you got to give him credit. He's
He's standing up for himself.
He's manning up.
But he's also in the last year of his contract, so
Right.
he better start catching them footballs.
Right.
Yeah.
If I his agent gives him any word of advice, it would be
Stick him.
yeah. Catch him.
Clear stick him.
Yeah.
Catch him.
I mean, you look at it because it's all national. The guy, they had a fire,
Yeah.
and they're throwing babies out the window, and the guy caught it, and he's ripping Nelson Aguilar, and but Nelson, instead of getting all, he said, "Come on, we'll take him and his family to the game."
I did see that.
I mean, he understands he needs to get better. Two games now he's cost us. The last game,
Not a good thing.
had the one down the sidelines he should have won. He walks in there,
Yeah.
and
The boss is on board. So watch your P's and Q's,
What do you mean?
Laurie.
she's not a Wentz fan.
Really?
Not at all.
Wow.
Mr.
Okay.
Softy, she says.
Well, he does have a habit of getting hurt when he gets hit.
Any
too much.
Flyers fans? Can we talk Flyers?
We can talk Flyers.
Another week. We're
When do
full
they-
blown. We're full blown Flyer season.
So
This guy wasn't a softy.
Bill Barber,
when's the home opener?
October 9th. Yes,
Ninth?
October
Devils.
9th.
So 2 weeks.
Yep. Home
2 weeks.
opener.
2 weeks.
October 4th is their season opener.
Right. So you going?
No,
Why not?
we have a show to do.
Oh, it's a Wednesday.
We have a show to do.
Gotcha.
My dedication is right here.
All right.
Right here. The Flyers can wait. There's
So
80,
we'll go to the second
80
game.
more
There's
games.
Exactly.
We can go to the second game.
Exactly. So I'm
But-
excited.
But
I'm excited.
talk about that. Did you hear they have a new standing room only
I
ticket?
saw that.
$25.
$25.
Yeah, I think that was the redo that they did.
But
Yeah.
they go on sale the day of?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that?
Oh, so you can't buy standing room before?
They go on sale the day of, the way I
Wow.
understand it.
And there's like a food thing that they have
And
special
they've got
food
their own
and-
special food
Really?
kind of,
I gotta. So
but it is up in the 700 level.
well, yeah. So my
$25 though.
neighbor.
No, I know.
And then suppose you had seats too. I thought they were talking, standing room only, but they had seats, but you can have.
What?
Yeah, it seems like it's almost like a suite.
So from what I heard, because my neighbor's a project manager for the company that's doing the work, so he was telling me it's kind of like the club box where the Eagles are in the link, where you have an area to sit here, but then there's actually seats
Mhm.
where you can watch a game, but there's no assigned seats, so you can sit wherever you want.
Right.
But he's not sure it's going to be done by now.
Really. Let's not spread that too loud.
And he's not watching.
But a lot of overtime between now and October 9th.
Even with overtime, he's like, I don't know how they're going to do it. Because we'll have to figure out a way to do it. But he was showing me pictures of how they ripped everything out. But
Is that confirmed, Joe Stinger? They let Alex Lyon go? They released him?
Wow, really?
I'm hearing that for the first time. I didn't see
Hey,
I
we
didn't
didn't
see anything today.
no
But
updates on your phone there.
yeah, I thought that kid had a future. I really did.
Huh.
I liked him a lot.
Hmm.
More so than Brian Elliott, but what do I know? I'm not the GM.
wow.
Yeah. But the cup is ours.
Hey, from your mouth to God's ears, that's for sure.
I hope you're
So-
right, Tom.
Okay.
All right. So we got 5 minutes.
6 on our big fancy newfangled clock that we have.
So Carl wanted a clock so he could see what time it was. So I did this.
Huh?
I don't know if you guys
Huh?
can see it.
CC, Carl's cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
And that
about
gives me
that,
crap
huh?
because it's too big and bright.
I think I gave you no crap. I said we could turn the lights out and that'll shine the room. That's
Sounds
all
like
I
crap to
said.
You just didn't let us know because we're gonna have to wear sunglasses next week.
I just did it today.
Yeah,
As we
I,
were sitting here.
yeah, I thought Alex got sent back to the
Phantoms.
Phantoms. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I guess maybe that's what. I just got an update on Jalen Ramsey, but it's not the one I was looking for.
We going after him?
That's been the talk.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
That's been the talk.
the latest thing that they want Ertz.
Oh, that's what we were talking about before the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So,
I'd rather give up the 2 number 1s.
Yeah, I'm not ready to give up Zach.
yeah.
I'm not ready to give up Zach.
No.
But so for everybody tonight that's been on board, we're going to pick 2 tickets for this wrestling event that's going to be Saturday night at Briarcliff Fire Company here in Delco.
That's a fun time.
Yeah, we've been there. We've been there. I've been invited to guest referee, but
Come on.
that's not happening.
Come on.
So we're giving 2 tickets away today. We're giving Bill Barber autographed jersey away tomorrow, which will be signed Saturday when Billy is sitting right here. We're looking forward to that. It's been a few years since Billy's been in the store. He's a great guy, Hockey Hall of Famer, part of the LCB line, Leach, Clark, and Barber. So we got that going on this Saturday here at Carl's Cards. And then we got some new neighbors at the Dental Healthcare Associates right down here on Darby Road. And I'm kind of disappointed I didn't see them check in. Did you guys?
I did not.
No.
No?
Well,
So
they might have checked in under their personal ones.
yeah, that's
Could be
true.
one
So
of the-
hopefully the ladies and Dr. Ruth, consider jumping on board with the hottest sports podcast in America. That would be us.
That would be us.
Okay.
That would be us.
I mean,
So,
Goddard would be an option.
we got.
Jack
and
wants
I
to know
don't
what
mean to-
time.
I don't mean to cut you off.
That's
1
right.
to 3.
1 to 3,
1 to
Jack.
3. Fantasy football.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Where we at?
You got the mic.
We are host 2, viewers 1
Okay.
after 3 weeks.
All right. You're still trying to anger
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, it's okay. Everybody's calling us
All right,
cheaters.
my turn's next week. You guys got a chance.
Everybody's calling us
No.
cheaters.
No?
This week's
Oh
you.
no, this week is me.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
The
on
following.
board. Then
I said next week, right.
Next week. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We gave them 5 shots to win it.
I didn't say that. See,
Oh,
I
God.
don't hear your normal jovial self.
What's that?
Yeah, see, he only hears me. But,
but
we've
I mean,
got
it's fun.
20 some already on
Yeah,
board.
we got another 3 more
20,
new
somewhere
players this
25,
week.
So, yeah.
So I mean, it's growing. It's growing each week. Spread the word.
Have fun.
Oh, it's a blast.
The viewers win the prize every week,
Yep.
regardless.
Yep, that's their
And- and our-
participation
and our-
trophy.
Now, my mom plays, so if she can do it, you guys can do it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dolly.
Takes about 2 minutes.
Thank
if
you.
That.
Zach Ertz is the prize this week. So we know it's not like we're giving away a free pen like some of them podcasts.
Yes.
Okay, no free pens here.
Nope.
So somebody wants to know if you would give up Goder.
Got her.
Got her?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's not going to get it done though.
Right.
That's
Maybe
So-
Goddard in
so-
1.
Would you give up both and Goder? Got her.
The 2 number 1s in Goddard. No,
No. Too much?
that'd be too much.
I'll give them Goddard and your boy Ronald Darby.
There you go. Your replace.
He'll
Yeah.
be in next week with a Darby jersey
With the dreadlocks.
with the dreadlocks. Yeah, like Mike Schmidt did for.
All right. Amazon, here I come.
It's fun. Like I said, just get on, have fun with it.
So we got a pretty cool contest. I'm pretty excited. John
Yeah.
puts in a lot of time
Yeah.
with this, going over things, and he gives everybody a second and third chance because sometimes guys get eliminated due to injury. John's right on top of it to let everybody know. It's for fun.
Absolutely.
We're all having fun except Sue Henderson. Sue Henderson is not having fun. She does not like to lose,
It's funny when we watched on here. It's mostly all the women.
right?
The women are the more competitive ones than the,
It's been Carolyn, it's been
Belinda.
Belinda, it's been Sue.
Yeah.
Am I missing it?
Nah, they're the three.
I know I'm going
Yeah.
to get called out for missing somebody.
They're the top 3.
They're the top 3.
Yeah, they're the top 3.
You know.
So it's fun. We have fun with it. like I said, the prizes all go back to the viewers regardless. Maybe you want to explain how we do that.
Well, what we do is we, as we tally the votes, the viewers team that gets picked, whoever scores the most points that week for the players or the viewers team, like this past week was Patrick Mahomes. So whoever was the 18, there was 18 people that voted for Patrick Mahomes. This past week, they get put into a drawing. We put their names down on a piece of paper, numbered them 1 to 18, and we put them into a randomizer. And we each week we've been randomizing it one time for each week. So we just put it in there, and it's all.
So basically, what
random.
that was, we spin it the first week once, twice the second week, 3 times the third week. This week will be week 4.
Right.
So we'll spin it 4 times.
Right. And then
The fourth time will be the winner.
kind of like a
So-
lottery, the fourth number that comes out, that's the winner. And then
So-
we matched up to the numbers on the sheet, and it goes from there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you we'd forget somebody. We forgot Dolly.
Yeah.
So way to correct me.
She's not really competitive.
Dahlia picks better picks than he
She
does.
does. She does do better picks than I do.
Thank you.
I'll agree with that one.
Yeah, and probably
Just saying.
knows more about sports too. you pulled that one right out of me. Hey, it's been great.
Absolutely.
It's been real. We're past our 7:30, but thanks again. Thanks to everybody who joined us tonight. We'll pick a couple winners tomorrow and announce them. He's Mario. He's John. I'm Carl. You guys have a great night.
Thanks.
See ya.
Good luck with the fantasy this week.
Yeah.